ShareTweetFailed presidential nominee Hillary Clinton said Tuesday that President Trump would have been indicted over the actions described in Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report had he not been a sitting president. "I think there's enough there that any other person who had engaged in those acts would certainly have been indicted," Clinton said during her remarks at the Time 100 summit. Well, that's when she got torched by Rush Limbaugh. Don't miss this. Hillary was indignant on Tuesday as she addressed the Time 100 summit. She has no real insight into how ridiculous it looks when the former Secretary of State who illegally emailed classified documents from her own homebrewed server is saying Trump should be indicted, even though the president was found innocent of all the charges. If you read that part of the report, it could not be clearer, Clinton stated during the interview. According to Indicted, "We do have checks and balances in America, and there is this thing called Congress. You could not be more explicit than please, look at this. You may conclude it doesn't rise to an impeachable offense, that's your job, but I'm giving this to you. I think, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is right to be cautious about making sure whatever is done in this Congress is more in accord with the very careful approach of 1973 and 1974, she added, referencing former President Richard Nixon. Clinton continued, "There's enough there that any other person who engaged in those acts would have been indicted, if not for DOJ guidelines that state a sitting president cannot be indicted. It's all part of the new Democratic plan to bring impeachment charges. They could care less what Mueller's report says. They are moving on like Mueller never happened." Democrats have been split on the impeachment question since the release of the Mueller report last week, the Daily Caller reports. Well, Rush Limbaugh torched Hillary and her Democratic cohorts and their ridiculous impeachment plans. "First off, we have the bitter wicked witch of wherever you want to say she's from," said Rush, referring to Hillary and her recent Trump comments. "And she's still wicked and still livid and still angry that she has been rejected twice for the presidency. The Democrat Party chose a younger black guy over her in 2008. This thing out there called the Mueller report with this massive investigation, 16 pro-Hillary donors and lawyers on Mueller's team, and they uncovered everything, including Hillary's husband having phone sex with Monica Lewinsky," Limbaugh said. "They redacted that. So she thinks that these doofuses in the House can find something that Mueller forgot or didn't see or didn't think to look for. Yep, you read that right. The Mueller report contained new information about Bill and Monica. We can't make this stuff up. But during these 2 years Mueller was it, wasn't he? Oh, yeah, man. Mueller was the piece de resistance," declared Limbaugh. "Mueller was God D. Mueller was gonna find the dirt. Mueller was gonna save the Democrats. Mueller was gonna find the silver bullet, the golden bullet that was gonna get rid of Donald Trump once and for all." Rush was on fire. He went on, "And so now these geniuses in the Democrat Party and the House claim somehow that Barr is acting as Trump's lawyer and Mueller fizzled out, so now they're gonna get to the bottom of it. And Hillary is telling them don't tell anybody you're looking at impeachment. You're looking at the seriousness of the charge, not the nature of the evidence, the seriousness of the charge, and you're gonna deal with this as seriously as it demands. Don't prejudge the outcome. Too late for that, Hillary. You guys have been prejudging the outcome here for 3 years. Well, Americans right away weighed in and made Hillary regret it. At Hillary Clinton paid for Russian dirt and with that John Brennan and at Comey's help lied about an innocent American, at Carter Page, to get an illegal FISA warrant to target at real Donald Trump campaign and administration. At Hillary Clinton calling on anyone to be indicted is laughable. Tweeted King Ad Rob, "Let's talk about a real attack on our country, it's called Benghazi and American Embassy, while on your watch as Secretary of State, and your lies about it. Remember, what does it really matter now? Goodbye to you forever I hope, said Twitter user Scalawag. We will never see her report, it's hammered into dust on Nextel's, BleachBit hard drives and a totally corrupt Obama d.o.j.com. Now that's what I want to see, selling out Americans for her benefit. What an evil witch, no offense to witches, tweeted Rick Dunlap. President Trump warned those like Clinton and her Democratic cohorts pushing this new impeachment narrative. Only high crimes and misdemeanors can lead to impeachment, Trump said. There were no crimes by me, no collusion, no obstruction, so you can't impeach. It was the Democrats that committed the crimes, not your Republican president. Tables are finally turning on the witch hunt. Pelosi speaking at the same summit Hillary was at called impeachment one of the most divisive paths that we could go down in our country, before adding that if the path of fact-finding takes us there, we have no choice. But we're not there yet. Yeah, but the rabid leftists in the Democratic Party are just itching to bring impeachment charges even though they realize the GOP-controlled Senate would never vote to impeach. They don't care. They want the spectacle in the House, and you know what seasoned conservative analysts say? Bring it on. It will be a sure way to make sure Trump is re-elected in 2020. Share tweet.